I don't know how many of you are patient with me, but it was impossible to get through the same program that I did so many times. Hello, and group 66, you must be eating like crazy with the stress, and it's not a popcorn.
The same as Craig, what he wrote, what he's having. Oh, you guys, it's a good thing it's morning here.
And good that we didn't swear.
I don't swear, so it makes no difference.
I don't either, but well.
So she was telling me some very, very serious information today.
Okay, I wrote to district attorney
Alvin Bragg.
Alvin Bragg, that when he will be, it would be nice if he will give an order to pull that lucky horseshoe from the douche.
I always say tush.
Well, in Canada, my girlfriend was always telling me that she's so lucky, not Cheryl, but another girlfriend, that whatever she will sit on, she will make money. So divorce her husband, and she is still very in good comments, and he's going to leave her everything.
And your cards.
My cards.
Oh, she's just almost ready to pull her hair out this morning trying to get us.
My wig, not her.
It's your hair. It was a real challenge getting live today.
Oh my
we apologize for that.
Good that Cheryl told me turn off completely and start all over.
Yeah, start the computer up again.
Yeah.
So
today is a big day in New York. So everyone is wondering how that will be tomorrow. You have a clown, you will have a circus. I can believe that there will be something that he can't keep his mouth shut as much as the lawyers want him to keep.
Now, what was interesting is you sent a message to me earlier this morning. Mm-hmm. Did you want to expand on that?
Oh, what was it? Now I'm not even thinking. Don't ask me my name.
It says, I have a feeling that tonight T will smuggle some papers to Trump Tower.
Oh, you know what? When he was yesterday, Jack Smith was sending him letters that he will be again check for more papers. So I thought he probably put a few boxes of good stuff, maybe even in his pants, and then there will be a paper coming out of his.
Not toilet paper on the
toilet paper coming when he will be walking on the stairs. You know, when I'm under stress, I'm more joker than serious person.
She truly is.
Once they were kind of diagnosing me for cancer, and I started making jokes about how good looking my doctor was. And he's my
the cancer disappeared?
Well, because they asked me if I want someone to, because the news was kind of scary that I probably have something. And I started making jokes, and she said, do you want me to call your husband? I said, for 6 months, I will be waiting for the answer and waiting and holding him tight. No, I have to survive. So.
And it was interesting. Just a few years ago, my retina started to detach in this eye. And I was having all the classic stuff, and I went to the specialist. Mm-hmm. And, you know, he did all the tests, and then he finally, I didn't realize he popped my eyeball out. And then he commented to me, and he said, and this is a true story, he said, make sure that when you start to have problems with your eye, and he thought it was going to be that night, he says, I'll meet you at the hospital, because he had to do surgery right away. And I said, what are the chances of it happening? He said 99%. And I said, good. And he just looked at me, and I said, I'm taking the 1%. And it never detached. It healed up and it never detached. And it was just I wasn't accepting that. But it was an immediate not acceptance. Yeah, just need that for something else, for money. Anyways, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you. Group 66, you were first. Catherine Marshall and Sweet Salty 1111.
Leo Smiles.
Catherine.
Lexus.
Sorry,
Patty
we
Thompson.
are late. but
We're here. We're
We are
here. Now
here.
you can relax. Warren Victoria had asked, is Trump going to be offered a plea deal to stop running for president or a political position?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
It was like I had the feeling that there is fire behind me. I'm sorry. I did it. Thank you so much. Bye. And I thought that there is a fire behind me. No, he can't. He has to run from the troubles by running for presidency. That's his way of dealing with it. He has no way. And it was like when I was closing my eyes, I thought there is a fire, but then I knew that it's not fire. It's just he's running from the fire. He has to. He has to take chances. He has to observe everything. Otherwise, he will be outside in the cave, and he feels that everyone is connected with him. Those people will support him.
What about Mitch McConnell? Is he regretting that he never ever impeached him and got him out of there with conditions he could never run again?
Go to Mitch, thinking too slow. For entertainment only, sorry.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, if he could, he would spit on his thing, but he can't. It's so moved. Yeah, he thinks it will be better. The outcome will be better. The grass will be greener. Some other star will be coming, and that it will be better for USA. He's sorry now.
Yeah, sorry doesn't help the United States.
And he hasn't his supporters from Trump's side anyhow, because Trump is on him like on the boat horse. Hello, Beverly, Martin, Justin, Justice Warrior, Melissa, Rick, and Sandy. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Yes, now we both breathed. Nisi Elders is making a comment about I seem to be doing well since my incident, and yes, I am. I increased. It still hasn't healed. I still can feel stitches, and we can still see the stitches.
That moment before.
It's getting better, but I also take collagen, and I've upped it in the morning and in the evening, and I put aloe vera on it, and it seems to be healing fairly well, but it's a slow process. But I guess they were pretty good stitches inside there. So, Kathy O was asking, which entity next will charge Don with other indictments? Who will it be?
I said that it will be Willie. What's her name? Willie, from Georgia.
Fannie
Willie.
Fannie Willis, yeah.
Willis. And then it will be Jack Smith.
So he'll.
And then it is Carol Carol.
E. Jean Carroll's. Her trial is coming up on April the 25th. I mean, April's a great month.
For Trump.
No,
for us.
I think for the United States and the world.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes. First time he is going to see that he is powerless.
Well, he already had that.
Will tell him, take off your blouse, and he will have a big problem to decide which one to put on, because he was smuggled at the Superman blouse. But they will tell him, orange. Put the orange one. We will take a beautiful pictures, and those marks will be worth thousands.
Now, there is debate about whether or not he was going to have his mugshot taken. Will he?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
No smile. I see teeth. How to read that one? There is no instruction how to read that one.
Just teeth? You don't see an image other than teeth?
And you can't have thief on that max shots. So I don't see that. So I don't think we will see those.
We may not see it. Will it be done though?
It might be done. It will be the dreams will be done. He will be surprised, and there will be a nice woman who will be taking those math shots. So she will say, "Don't smile,"
because it just seems so unfair that
I don't think
if that didn't, they won't share it with the world.
No, they wouldn't, because
but just the same as every other person, there should be no exceptions. If you're going to show no exceptions to the law, then they should be doing that.
But we wouldn't know that right away. He will not admit that they told. When something is not comfortable for him, he will be sitting quiet. And
Alexis is asking, will Evan Gershkovich, the Wall Street Journal reporter arrested in Russia, be released soon and safely?
3 cards.
1.
Time is not.
2. 3.
When we have on the in front of us in the car sign that the gas is on low and it's like on red, that there will be some danger to him. He will be running on low gas, no speed, nothing. I don't see that he can. No, there is some danger for him. That symbol of low maintenance and big change in his life. He will have to wait, and he will go for waiting time, quiet time. Sorry. And I said about Finland, that Finland will be accepted for NATO. Tomorrow it is, so that's at least one, and I'm waiting for Sweden to be accepted. Translate from Polish to English.
Oh.
And Zelenskyy is going to Poland tomorrow.
Really?
Oh, yes. He's going to meet with Duda, so Polish Prime Minister. So I want to know how that will go. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
They will be making a lot of progress, hard work. Intuitively, we know what they will be talking about, and they will be making some rules against Russia because they want to push even harder, especially now that Finland is in NATO. Zelenskyy wants to push more for NATO as well. Why you accept them and you didn't accept me? That's very realistic way of thinking. And another thing, that that blogger was killed in
Russia.
In Russia, in the bar, in the coffee place. Some lady gave him some statue, and she was arrested already today.
But still, she took him out. That's a shame. Will anything even happen to her, or would Putin be happy about that?
That Putin be happy with
that she took out the blogger.
But he was working for Putin.
Yes, but still, I mean, okay. So he.
But he had.
I thought he was supporting Ukraine a bit.
He was giving some information that he shouldn't. So, what is the question?
What is the question about the blogger?
No, about her.
What kind of punishment will she?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Oh. They want her to, because I saw so many stars, so they want her to link the information to everyone that was cooperative with her. She was just a duck. They told her to give it to him, and so that's it. And they knew that she is on rebellion side because she was already arrested. She's 26 years old.
Mhm.
And they want to point the other stars who were invested. She will be strong, hard, very hard journey for her, but she will sacrifice her life because she loves her country.
Yeah. Wendy Clark is asking, there used to be a History Channel show about searching for the race of giants once said to live in North America, and that the Smithsonian confiscated the bones. Is this real? One, two, three.
It's absolutely real, and those giants were everywhere. Even in Poland, we had giants. Those things that we think sometimes unrealistic, like in Poland, there was a story, folk story about our first old capital, Krakow,
Mhm.
and that under Krakow there was a dragon living. It was never proved, and the dragon was blowing with fire. So there was a nice legend. And eventually they found the dinosaur bones. In Poland, when I was leaving Poland in 1985, there was nothing about that. I was so infatuated with dinosaur bones, real dinosaur bones, like the stones. But over here, a friend gave me a lot of those.
Mhm.
And we were doing jewelry. But in Poland, that was something that no one heard about the dinosaurs, and now they have a lot. People were much, my opinion, people were much bigger long time ago, and dinosaurs were humongous because the gravity was different.
Mhm.
And that's the reason I had always a dream that I was flying, because probably the gravity was much bigger in old times.
Gravity less so that you could fly?
Right, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were, oh, that was kind of, the security of them disappear, but they are still, they have those bones, and they don't want to show it. I don't know, they should have in Smithsonian museums because they are doing some research on them, so they need them for research.
Yeah, I saw. So were they ever uncovered more bones? Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they are in Europe as well. And even Jesus was over 2 meters, 2 meters 10 centimeters. Yes, that Turin is so tall.
Well, 39 is 1 meter, 1
Yeah,
yard. Yeah,
but
a
they,
little over 3 feet. So that would be 6 feet plus.
yeah. So people were much bigger that long time. Some, oh my gosh, because when I went to the museum of military museum in my city, I thought, oh gosh, all those guys, those knights were just that high to me, and I'm not that tall. She's a little bit taller than me, but I'm not very, very tall.
Now, Douglas Adams, he had written this about when the Pope was in hospital. Are we looking at a new Pope soon? I mean, it could be even that he retires early, like the other Pope. Who knows? One, two, three.
I see 3 popes, so maybe he will be retired and he will give room for the next one. There will be 3 living popes.
Well, there's no.
Because the German is still there. His ex.
Yeah, he passed.
No,
No?
he's still there. And there is a, did he pass?
Yeah,
I see 3.
the one who retired passed.
Maybe. But I see the symbol, maybe S3. One, like it's caravan of them going. There will be new law. family reunion, and they will have to make a big decision. So maybe that's the symbol that there will be third one who will be telling, take my place, people, because I'm feeling that my health is not good enough.
Sweet and Salty 11 is asking, does anyone know for fact what the prenup is with Melania in 45? Facts, not guessing. I'm sorry, this is a psychic show.
So I have to guess. And she said, I will keep my mouth shut. I will be spanking you as often as you want me to do it, if you want a dominated woman. And she's spanking him publicly, not like Stormy with the news, with the magazine. That's one part of the deal, probably. She's keeping her mouth shut and doing. She's worried about her son.
She was staying away from Washington until probably that they were talking about the prenup had to be negotiated again.
Yeah, she
before
was
she would
saying.
come.
And now Trump will be sleeping in Mar-a-Lago in a Trump Tower without her.
Now, a long time ago, you had mentioned to me that you saw Melania going to Mar-a-Lago into a safe and taking out documents.
That was right away when the story about Stormy came to the surface, and she was furious, and she went through the lockers probably or safes. She didn't find anything that she was capable of entering. But Trump was in Europe that time. When the story broke up, he was in Europe. So she was searching for some way out, and she was very upset. And her pictures, if I remember, were shown on the Enquirer.
The National Enquirer, the nude ones?
Yeah, and how come Trump didn't put the lid on those pictures? He wanted them to be shown. Mm-hmm. So I don't envy her life. No, she is very unhappy person. Only with family.
But she got a lot of what she wanted.
I don't think you can buy that for any money to feel like animal in a cage. I feel sorry.
Justice Warrior is asking, when Nostradamus was talking about the 45th parallel, was he talking about Trump?
Oh, we will never know. Nostradamus was a Nostradamus. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
It might be like I said, it will be stormy, stormy, and eventually it was stormy, stormy. Maybe just kind of coincident. Mm-hmm. Justice will come. He was just balancing. It was not easy for him to speak up his mind when he was writing those predictions, because he was afraid that he might lose his security because of the church. So he was trying to do, and when I'm seeing stormy, stormy as an answer, we never know as psychics what we will say, but sometimes it's important how we say it. That's the reason I'm always advising everyone to record my videos when I'm doing private readings. Mm-hmm. Because one lady came to me and she said, you told me I will be feeling like a hermit. And her husband was sick for a few years. And she couldn't have any life until he passed away.
Willow Houston is having a question. What will be found in the void recently found in the Giza Pyramid?
And I'm not aware what that void was. Count to 3.
1, 2, 3.
I see a lot of ashes that is so fragile to touch. So that's very hard to even figure out what it is. And if there is anything under, I believe that there was a long time ago, Leszek asked me about pyramids, and I said they were like solar system. Like now we have the solar systems.
Mhm.
I saw the pyramids being covered in the mirrors. Now, when I'm looking at my neighbor who put the solar system on his roof in Alberta, it's not a good idea actually, because he was shuffling that snow a few times from the roof.
Mhm.
So that's not an easy task for Albertans to have those, because when the snow is covering them, it's not working. But I saw the pyramid being covered with the mirrors. So there was probably solar system related to from the universe, and maybe they were able to even transform that different directions. Maybe there was another mirrors coming from different sides.
Mhm.
Something about past life, the memories, there will be nice surprises. They will have to make decisions how to tell people, and it will be more about medical stuff that they were able to, because the symbol of doctor, so maybe something related to medical.
And Hugo Sanders is asking, I just wanted to know, did Jesus spend part of his life in India?
The picture that I'm getting is about the Jewish candle holder. So most of the life I see in the area that he was, related to. I
Menorah.
didn't, yeah, Menorah. I don't see him being in India. Sorry. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Traveling was not that easy that time. He was the leader over here. He was sharing with his people here his knowledge, and that was the new law that he was bringing to the surface. I don't see him being in India. Sorry.
Lynn Streeter is asking if Melania will be charged for use of campaign funds.
That's interesting. You remember how the tights we had when we were little?
Tights?
Tights. Now we have nylons.
Okay.
The old ones were made out of cotton, kind of
Mhm.
brownish.
Yes, they were,
Yeah,
to look like skin.
yeah, but it's a symbol of long sock,
Mhm.
and symbol of putting money in a sock is for the short sock. But she had that long sock, so it looks like she was putting everything, hiding the money somewhere.
So she'll never be charged?
The money
It's
is
not
hiding.
going to surface.
I don't think that. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
She doesn't believe in the banks too much. Yeah, she has something for the black hour for herself. So she knew intuitively that he will be charged. She doesn't have any. So she was preparing herself for the black hour somehow. I don't know if they will take that. It looks kind of old, very old fashioned, not attractive sock, oversized sock.
Sweet and Salty is 1111 is asking, what will happen to Michael Flynn? I mean, he's connected with that case that Smith is handling as well. That's probably also Georgia. I don't know. 1, 2, 3.
It's like a little boy who can't wait to go to the bathroom. He wants to run away, like jumping from one leg to another. He's afraid. He's afraid, and probably he knows that he will be next to answer. He was the leader. He was organizing everything and waiting for the. He will be charged. Good. There's a symbol in that situation.
So is he going to be called back into service and go that route?
Because that's what
1,
Glenn Kushner is always saying.
2, 3.
Could be. In Poland, where everyone is was called to the army, even my husband, after finishing polytechnics and masters, he was called for 1 year, but he was right away officer. And he had that centimeter, because first half year he was staying in the camp.
Mm-hmm.
So for when there was 100 days, 150 days to the end, he started cutting every day that centimeter. And it's symbol of checking time. So to me, he will be pulled to the army. That's symbolic for the Polish army soldiers, and everywhere probably people are finding the way to check for themselves how much longer visually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, him and his brother probably for making decisions. Not a good outcome for Mr.
Well, his brother was part of the group not responding to the call for people.
So he will be going to the marriage with the army, and he was making decisions. Not easy for him to be in the army anymore.
Well, he didn't uphold the Constitution.
That would be great if that will happen.
People have to start being held accountable, otherwise it's going to continue on and get worse.
And he was general. Mm-hmm. One was president. And if someone is watching this program and you are Trump supporter, I'm not
wrong channel.
Wrong channel. You are not going to find me being in love with your guy. I wish. I will get after that horseshoe out of his.
Willow Houston is asking, is it true that there's an underwater base in the Gulf of Mexico?
Because I just want to
1,
understand that question.
2, 3.
Some bubbles are coming, but I don't see anything more that there is something they are thinking about, maybe creating something, but health-wise it's not possible, so they gave up on those ideas.
Violetta, Gaelle. She's asking about what about the protests here in France? Will they keep protesting till summer?
Because someone wants to go to in NATO to Paris.
1, 2, 3.
I don't know how long, but I see still protests on the streets. So I said that Macron will win, and they will be educating themselves that no matter what they want to fight, it's not going to help them too much, because those 2 years that they're supposed to work longer eventually will have to, so the grass will be greener for the rest of the country.
So that is going from retirement age of 62 to 64. Ours was 65 and it's gone to 67.
And
Sally B is asking, is Alvin Bragg going to get a Trump conviction? There's supposedly maybe 34 charges against Trump.
34. Oh, and I was correct when I said 4 days. It was 4
Yeah,
days.
you were. One, two, three.
Some they will be pulling his nose, and not everything will be on the plates. We had one teacher of mathematics, and she was doing this too. Everyone was
Grabbing their noses and shaking. Oh,
we were afraid of her. I think he will hold his nose and do this, so it will be punishment, but not that it will leave the visual. Trump will be afraid. They will negotiate something. Intuitive card again, something we know intuitively that not every charge will be on the list. That his lawyers will be able to get him out of the problem a little bit. The worst punishment was when she was taking a measured the
yardstick
and hitting us on the hands. Not me, no, I was such a good girl.
Fine.
She screams at me once and I ran home.
Told your mom?
I told my mom. I didn't took anything like that easily, so my mom went and told her that I'm very fragile and I don't like when people are screaming at me.
Sonia Pinola is asking, will Trump attempt to leave on his plane out of the country?
That might be one thing. I wonder if they will take his passport.
He has 3 of them, I think. One.
How many fake ones?
2. One, he has his diplomatic one too. 3.
It's not that he can leave, it's his bodyguards.
The Secret Service.
If they will go, he will be free leaving, but otherwise he can't do that. So, but he is smart trainer to the puppies, and they are eating from his hand.
The security guards?
No protection. They will have to stand up for duty of the law. They will do a good job, and he is thinking about that. He is thinking. I just hope they will take his good shot and put this on the borders everywhere that he can't leave the country because he's so unfamous and no one will recognize him.
And we do appreciate the likes and the subscribes and ringing your bell that they have and commenting.
Sorry, and I was so stressful. I'm more joker today than Leszek was always telling me, when you are stressed out in the evening, you are better reader than in the morning.
Well, then it worked. Catherine Mugshot, Mushaw. Why is Saudi Arabia declining to produce more oil? Prices for oil and gas are going to be outrageous. Is this a way for them to back Putin? 1, 2, 3.
They are afraid. They feel that there will be more demand on oil. When it's more demand on oil and there is unstable situation on the world. And that might be the reason Zelenskyy went to Poland, so many things, and Kevin McCarthy is talking with Taiwan. So that's probably the reason that they are thinking, okay, we can make more cheaper, more money. Yes, struggling with the money. Maybe that will heal a little bit the problem. Russia, yes, supporting Russia because they are good friends.
Sandy D was just commenting that she was in Paris over the weekend and it was fine. The protests are organized and only down certain streets and mostly on weekends. Okay. I wouldn't let it stop you from traveling there.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You see, we have a nice informative channel, not only informations from me. Thank you. And it will be the last question, if you have any.
Now, there was one here that Rick and Sandy Wilhoit had asked, can you see if collective prayers are making a difference in the world? The old saying is there is strength in numbers. Do collective prayers actually make a difference in the world?
I was just thinking the same moment about to find the name of the
One,
same moment I thought about prayers.
2, 3.
Yes, and maybe I'm a bias, but I remember when they were saying that there was one child sick in the hospital, they thought that the child will not survive till morning. A lot of people gathered and prayed in front of the church, and it was like a miracle. I believe sending, yeah, that's if someone is, going on another side, sometimes it can help putting everyone on the same wagon and pray and move forward, and they can change the law, change the universe. I believe so.
Prayers and thoughts change.
Everything.
The vibration
our
changes.
thoughts are who we are.
Thoughts are powerful.
If we are putting ourselves down, we will feel down. We will feel depressed and we will feel sorry for ourselves. So instead of feeling sorry, I'm always joking.
Now, there was something on Motivational Doc. He always gives these little things in the morning, once a day sometimes.
Mhm.
Says, sometimes the strongest among us are the ones who smile through silent pain, cry behind closed doors, and fight battles nobody knows about. If you focus on the hurt, you continue to suffer. If you focus on the lesson, you continue to grow.
Yes. If my parents will be together, I will be such a wimp, crying for real little thing, and I will cry because I wouldn't know how to deal with the obstacles. The worst thing was that my mother remarried, very unnice guy, but it make my life to be always a battle, always a stress, always struggle, and now I'm like a duck. Okay, next day, and I have to leave. It's like that, you can't feel so sorry for yourself because then you will feel always a victim. And I told myself that if you will be in my life, if you wouldn't be in my life, I would be such a fragile girl because my parents were making me to feel that I'm the center of the attention of blah, 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 blah.
I've always looked for the lesson in everything, and then it passes. Doors open for me. I always expect the universe to come up with a solution. Okay,
and Patricia Epperson is asking to pray for her daughter. She didn't set what is the reason, how, even the name, but we know you want us to do our prayer to reach her. And we want to pray for Pope, and we want to pray for security, even for Zelensky's security when he will be traveling to Poland, because it is something that might be not too secure for him. All the best to you, and pray with me for peace and security in the world, that Taiwan will be safe and secure, that Ukraine will get their own security, and the rest of the world will be secure, and there will be no wars, no distractions.
And in times like this, disasters bring out the best in people as well. And so even for all the people who are going through all those horrendous tornadoes in the States, there's so many things that are going on, but we have an opportunity to shine. And hopefully we send that out as well.
Yeah. And what doesn't kill you make you stronger.
You have a draw to do.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. My gosh.
So this is from people who commented on Saturday's video. And that's where she'll be taken,
The one that I did by myself.
and she'll be taken the winner from that list of
And
who
that-
commented.
Sorry.
You need to know when you're getting it.
That was good.
Because I wanted, I was calling
She was so
Tracy.
frustrated this morning. She never got everything lined up.
No, nothing. Okay, and thank you, BP, for your timestamps. But
That is always so appreciated.
300 something comments. And I have to go back because it doesn't look like people from the front are the same rights then.
So this is for a complimentary half-hour reading.
Mhm.
And it's courtesy of, you're still on Tom and Janet Burke.
Oh, yes, I'm forgetting to say it, so thank you. Thank you for keeping us updated, and it's Bon B, B-O-N, B. You are on spot on with your predictions. I'm pinning this one, so please contact with me as soon as possible. So I will repin again this timestamps from BP. So please send me your email by psychicvioletta.com. Hotmail,
Hotmail.com.
hotmail.com. I'm never sending to myself.
I send her often.
So please
So congratulations.
send me your phone number and I will call you as soon as possible. See you next time on next Wednesday.
And then as well, there on Thursday, Violetta is having a session at 4:00 Alberta Mountain Time with Kirsten Langston from
Yes.
Third Eye Champagne. And so please post your questions as well with this video or with Wednesday's video, questions that she can ask Kirsten.
Yeah, so that will be nice. Today,
So we'll see you at 11 o'clock on Wednesday, and then again on, she'll be on 4 o'clock
4 o'clock Thursday
on
at
Thursday.
4 p.m. Mountain Time, Alberta time. Oh, yeah, because Alberta, Canada time. I'm always checking when someone asks me from Europe
Mhm.
what time. That's so easy to track, especially with Australia. Gosh, that's
Different world.
the damage. You have to know the city over there because they have 3 time zones. The same like Canada, we have few times.
So thank you very, very much for joining us.
Thank you, Group 66. Thank you, Charles Simpson, BP, Sonia Pinola, and
Justice Warrior, Robin Smith, and Dunn.
Everyone who was patient with me, knowing that we are struggling, that you didn't abandon the ship.
She's worth it. I know that fact. So thank you.
Thank you. And watch the news today because the big hero is coming to New York, the Superman.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Bragg's going to put, or the judge is going to put some conditions on him talking tomorrow night.
They have to. And I remember when we came to Canada, and one of the first things I purchased for my son Leszek, it was the outfit, pajama,
Mhm.
with what I was saying his name, the superhero, what
Superman?
Superman. And Leszek stood up on the stairs and he wanted to jump. I said, of course.
He does have powers.
Well, that's what he thought, that he has the pajama. Trump might be thinking the same way, but Leszek was 4.5 years old.
Well, the mentality is about the same.
Very same.
I'm sorry. This is for
So that's
entertainment only.
So it's, you are some of the Trump lovers, find some other channel that can find your
Meet your needs.
Meet your needs. See you next time.
See you
Thank
Wednesday.
I watch my shorts and my regular videos as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh.